Hamid Airport, Addis Information Zulu, time 1709 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 6, temperature 33, dew point 23, QNH 996 remarks, no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time, file flight plan prior to contacting ATC, use of departure and arrival procedures required landing runways 34 right and 34 left, departing runways 34 right and 34 left, advise on initial contact, you have information Zulu. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Starlux 38 heavy. Qatari 740 heavy. Qatari 777 is 8 nautical miles west of Das Island at 11,000 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamid International. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Alpha 7 Juliet Juliet Whiskey.
Airport in sight, Qatari 951 Super.
Roger, Qatari 777.
Malaysian 161 Heavy, request frequency change.
Doha radar, Malaysian 11 Alpha, with you at 14,400. Qatari 91 Whiskey, please follow instructions or you will be reported. Qatari 91 Whiskey, execute missed approach, turn left heading 240, climb and maintain 5,000.
Executing missed approach, turn left heading 240, climb and maintain 5,000, Qatari 91 Whiskey.
Big Alpha 221, turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach. Qatari 702 Heavy, turn right Qatari 777, turn right heading 280, descend and maintain 2000. Turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 8000, Malaysian 11 Alpha.
Emirates 21 is 15 nautical miles northwest of Das Island at 17,900 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamid International.
Emirates 21, turn right heading 280, descend and maintain 2000, Qatari 777. Qatari 951 Super, turn left heading 300, descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach. Qatari 6 Victor Alpha Heavy, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Qatar Cargo 0414 Heavy is 9 nautical miles west of Das Island at 20,500 feet, requesting ILS approach any runway at Hamid International.
Turn right heading 240, descend and maintain 7,000, Qatari 189 Victor Alpha Heavy.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Qatari 6 Victor Alpha Heavy.
Qatari 91 Whiskey, turn left heading 200. Qatari 740 Heavy, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52. Contacting Hamid Tower on 118.52, Qatari 740 Heavy. Malaysian 161 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Roger, Delta 456.
Frequency change approved Malaysian 161 Heavy, good day.
Qatari 573 India Gulf Heavy, turn right heading 250, descend and maintain 7000. Turn right heading 250, descend and maintain 7000, Qatari 573 India Gulf Heavy. Qatari 91 Whiskey, descend and maintain 3000. Starlux 38 Heavy, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52. Contacting Hamid Tower on 118.52, Starlux 38 Heavy.
Descend and maintain 3000, Qatari 91 Whiskey.
Qatari 222 Heavy, turn right heading 310, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right approach. Doha radar, Saudia 005 Sierra Victor, with you at 19,800.
Doha radar, Qatari 115 Alpha, with you at 7,300.
Qatari 91 Whiskey. Qatari 777, turn left heading 260. Roger, Malaysian 11 Alpha.
Turn left heading.
Turn left heading 260, Qatari 777. Qatari 6 Victor Alpha Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Qatari 740 Heavy, turn left heading 050. Alpha 7 Juliet Whiskey, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52.
Turn left heading 050, Qatari 740 Heavy.
Big Alpha 221, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Contacting Hamid Tower on 118.52, Alpha 7 Juliet Whiskey. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Big Alpha 221.
Doha radar, Qatari 115 Alpha, with you at 6,000.
Turn right heading 280. Speedbird 945 Heavy, descend and maintain 2000. Turn right heading 280. Turn left heading 200, climb and maintain 3000. Qatari 47 Charlie Super, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 34 left at Hamid International. Qatari 351, proceed on course to Baku Hadar. Qatari 351, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved, Qatari 351, good day.
Qatari 777, turn left heading 220, descend and maintain 2000. Saudia 00, turn left heading 220, descend and maintain 2000, Qatari 777. Qatari 91 Whiskey, turn left heading 360, descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach. Descend and maintain 2000, Qatari 189 Victor Alpha Heavy. Qatari 91 Whiskey, turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach. Qatari 6 Victor Alpha Heavy, maintain 160 knots until 4 mile final.
Turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left, Qatari 91 Whiskey.
Qatari 740 Heavy, do not exceed 160 knots. Big Alpha 221, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52.
Do not exceed 160 knots, Qatari 740 Heavy.
Speedbird 945 Heavy, turn left heading 210. Qatari 777, turn right heading 240. Victor turn right heading 240, Qatari 777. Qatari 740 Heavy, turn left heading 350, descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach. Qatari 740 Heavy, disregard last message.
Unable, Speedbird 945 Heavy.
Qatari 740 Heavy, turn left heading 310, descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach. Turn left heading 240.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Qatari 91 Whiskey.
Turn left heading 240. Qatari 702 Heavy, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52.
Contacting Hamid Tower on 118.52, Qatari 702 Heavy.
Qatari 47 Charlie Super, turn left heading 150, descend and maintain 3000. Qatari 740 Heavy, turn left heading 310, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach.
Turn left heading 310, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left, Qatari 740 Heavy.
Qatari 067 Echo Yankee, make a right 360. Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo, turn right heading 280, descend and maintain 7000. Turn left heading 140.
Turn left heading 140.
Qatari 91 Whiskey, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52. Turn right heading 280, descend and maintain 7000, Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo. Qatari 740 Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 170 knots until 5 mile final, Qatari 6 Victor Alpha Heavy. Thank you, good day, Qatari 6 Victor Alpha Heavy.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Qatari 47 Charlie Super. Qatari 47 Charlie Super, turn right heading 180. Qatari 115 Alpha, turn left heading 340, maintain 4000. Speedbird 945 Heavy, please follow instructions or you will be reported.
Turn left, heading 340, maintain 4000, Qatari 115 Alpha. Turn left, heading 210, descend and maintain 2000, speedbird 945 heavy. I'm sorry, speedbird 945 heavy.
Speedbird 945 heavy, stay on my frequency. Speedbird 945 heavy, disregard last message. Speedbird 945 heavy, please expedite altitude change. Qatari 6 Victor Alpha heavy, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52. Qatari 222 heavy, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52.
Emirates 143 is 17 nautical miles northwest of Das Island at 19,300 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamid International.
Qatari 189 Victor Alpha heavy, turn right heading 180. Qatar Cargo 0414 heavy, turn right heading 280. Turn right heading 180, Qatari 189 Victor Alpha heavy. Emirates 21, turn left heading 260.
Turn right heading 260, descend and maintain 2000, speedbird 945 heavy. Skylord 606 Super is 32 nautical miles west of Das Island at 10,900 feet, requesting ILS approach any runway at Hamid International.
DHL 000, hold present position at 12,000, left turns, do not exceed 230 knots. Skylord 606 Super, Qatari 777, reduce speed to 200 knots. Qatari 189 Victor Alpha Heavy, turn right heading, reduce speed to 200 knots, Qatari 777. Turn left heading 170, Saudia 005 Sierra Victor. Malaysian 11 Alpha, turn right heading 310, descend and maintain 3000, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS. Qatari 777, turn right heading 310, descend and maintain 2000, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right approach. Turn right heading 310, descend and maintain 2000, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right, Qatari 777. Saudia 005 Sierra Victor, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Thank you, Qatar Cargo 0414 Heavy.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Saudia 005 Sierra Victor. Delta 456, turn right heading 1. Qatari 777, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Qatari 577 Heavy.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Qatari 777. Emirates 143, do not exceed 250 knots. Qatari 944 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Qatari 944 Heavy, good day.
Qatari 115 Alpha, descend and maintain 3000.
Do not exceed 250 knots, Emirates 143. Speedbird 999 is 18 nautical miles northwest of Azana at 11,700 feet, requesting radar vectors to Hamid International. Speedbird 945 Heavy, requesting climb to 4000.
Qatari 577 Heavy, continue as filed, expect the ILS approach runway 34 left at Hamid International. Qatari 287 India Gulf is 17 nautical miles northwest of Das Island at 17,100 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamid International. Big Alpha 221, turn left heading 150, descend and maintain 3000.
Roger, Qatari 577 Heavy.
Turn left heading 150, descend and maintain 3000, Big Alpha 221. Speedbird 945 Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Request frequency change.
Contacting Hamid Tower on 118.52, Qatari 740 Heavy.
Contacting Hamid Tower on 118.52. Qatari 47 Charlie Super, turn left heading 010, maintain 3000, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach.
Speedbird 999 is 22 nautical miles northwest of Azana at 10,900 feet, requesting GPS approach runway 34 right at Hamid International.
Saudia 005 Sierra Victor, turn right heading 230. Turn right heading 230, Saudia 005 Sierra Victor. Skylord 606 Super, turn left heading 180, descend and maintain 2000.
Qatari 067 Echo Yankee is 5 nautical miles southwest of Das Island at 19,600 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamid International.
Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo, turn left heading 230, descend and maintain 5000. Turn left heading 230, descend and maintain 5000, Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo. Qatari 115 Alpha, turn right heading 060.
Turn right heading 310, descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left, Qatar Cargo 0414 Heavy.
Turn right heading 160, Qatari 577 heavy.
Qatari 115 Alpha, turn right heading 110. Qatar Cargo 0414 Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Qatar Cargo 0414 Heavy.
Speedbird 999, turn right heading 010. Turn right heading 310, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right, Qatari 189 Victor Alpha Heavy. DHL 000, turn right heading 260. Turn right heading 300, descend and maintain 4000, Qatari 287 India Golf. Qatari 189 Victor Alpha Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Turn right heading 260, Saudia 005 Sierra Victor. Speedbird 945 Heavy, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52. Malaysian 11 Alpha, maintain 170 knots until 5 mile final. Maintain 170 knots until 5 mile final, Malaysian 11 Alpha. Emirates 143, turn left heading 150, descend and maintain 2000. Speedbird 999, turn left heading 330.
Turn left heading 150, descend and maintain 2000, Emirates 143.
Qatari 287 India Golf, turn right heading 310.
Turn right heading 290, descend and maintain 4000, Qatari 067 Echo Yankee.
Emirates 143, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Emirates 143.
Emirates 21, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 34 left at Hamid International.
Roger, Emirates 21.
Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo, turn right heading 250. Turn right heading 250, Victor Tango. Qatari 777, request frequency change. Qatari 286, unable to provide services to this airport at the moment. Proceed on course. Qatari 286, contact Al Asad International Traffic on 122.8.
Qatari 627 is 7 nautical miles north of Hamid International at 8,200 feet, requesting flight following to Dubai International.
Saudia 005 Sierra Victor, turn right heading 010, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right approach. Turn right heading 010, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared Qatari 777, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52. Contacting Hamid Tower on 118.52, Qatari 777. Delta 456. Hamid Tower, Qatari 777, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right with information Zulu.
Qatari 777, wind, 000 at 4, number 2, runway 34 right, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 34 right, Qatari 777. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 34 left, Qatari 47 Charlie Super.
Qatari 21 Super, frequency change approved, good day.
Hamid Tower, Qatari 948, ready for departure at runway 34 right, departing east.
Suntuck 893, line up and wait runway 34 left.
Frequency change approved, Qatari 21 Super, good day.
Qatari 948, hold short of runway 34 right.
Holding short runway 34 right, Qatari 948.
Line up and wait runway 34 left, Suntuck 893.
Hamid Tower, ready for departure at runway 34 left, departing west.
Qatari 573 India Golf Heavy, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite.
Wilco, Qatari 573 India Golf Heavy.
Hold short of runway 34 left.
Holding short runway 3.
Qatari 777, maintain slowest practical speed.
Unable, Qatari 777.
Starlux 38 Heavy, cross runway 34 left, please expedite.
Crossing runway 34 left, Starlux 38 Heavy.
Qatari 777, please follow instructions. Speedbird 945 Heavy,
Going around, Qatari 777.
Starlux 38 Heavy, contact Hamid ground on 120.22.
Wilco, Speedbird 945 Heavy.
Contacting Hamid ground on 120.22, Starlux 38.
Qatari 777, roger, fly runway heading runway 34 right.
Cleared.
Roger, Qatari 777.
Malaysian 11 Alpha, wind, 000 at 4. Qatari 77. Qatari 777, contact Doha radar on 121.1.
Contacting Doha radar on 121.1, Qatari 777. Executing missed approach, Qatari 777. Qatari 115 Alpha, turn left heading 310, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach.
Turn right heading 160, descend and maintain 6000, speedbird 141. Turn left heading 310, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left, Qatari 115 Alpha.
Delta 456, do not exceed 180 knots.
Do not exceed 180 knots, Delta 456.
Qatari 777, execute missed approach, turn right heading 120, climb and maintain 4000. Executing missed approach, turn right heading 120, climb and maintain 4000, Qatari 777. Emirates 21, turn right heading 330, descend and maintain 3000.
Turn right heading 330, descend and maintain 3000, Emirates 21.
Emirates 143, turn right heading 310, descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right approach. Speedbird 999, turn right heading 200.
Turn right heading 310, descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right, Emirates 143.
Big Alpha 221, turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach.
Turn right heading 200, speedbird 999.
Turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left, Big Alpha 221. Big Alpha 221, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Qatari 2295 is 8 nautical miles west of Karnain at 23,000 feet, requesting visual approach any runway at Hamad International.
Saudia 005 Sierra Victor, contact Hamad Tower on 118.52. Qatari 115 Alpha, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Emirates 143, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Qatari 067 Echo Yankee, turn left heading 240. Qatari 2295, continue as filed, expect the ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamad International. Descending via Haya 1 Romeo arrival, Qatari 66. Delta 456, turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach.
Turn left heading 05.
Qatari 777, turn right heading 150, descend and maintain 2000.
Proceed on course, Qatari 286. Turn left heading 180, Qatari 067 Echo Yankee.
Turn right heading 260, speedbird 999.
Qatari 286 is 30 nautical miles west of Dublin at 16,000 feet, requesting visual approach any runway at Hamad International.
Qatari 577 Heavy, turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach.
Turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left, Qatari 577 Heavy. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Qatari 286, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 34 left at Hamad International.
Roger, Qatari 286.
Speedbird 141, turn left heading 150, descend and maintain 3000. Qatari 112, turn right heading 180, descend and maintain 5000. Delta 456, maintain 170 knots until 5 mile final.
Turn right heading 180, descend and maintain 5000, Qatari 112.
Maintain 170 knots until 5 mile final, Delta 456.
Qatari 577 Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Emirates 21, turn right heading 120, maintain 3000.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Qatari 577 Heavy.
Descend and maintain 3000, Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo. Turn right heading 250, Qatari 287 India Golf.
Turn right heading 310, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right, speedbird 99.
Qatari 777, turn left heading 100.
Contacting Hamad Tower.
Turn left heading 100, Qatari 777. Speedbird 141, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, speedbird 141.
Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo, turn right heading 110.
Descend and maintain 2000, Qatari 067 Echo Yankee.
Turn right heading 110, Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo. Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo, reduce speed to 200 knots. DHL 000, turn right heading 320. Reduce speed to 200 knots, Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo. Qatari 2295, turn right heading 320, descend and maintain 4000.
Turn right heading 320, DHL 000. Turn right heading 320, descend and maintain 4000, Qatari 2295.
Emirates 21, turn left heading 050. Qatari 777, turn right heading 150. Speedbird 141, turn left heading 150.
Turn left heading 150, Speedbird 141.
Qatari 287 India Golf, turn right heading 310, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right approach. Turn right heading 310, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right, Qatari 287 India Golf. Qatari 067 Echo Yankee, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Qatari 258, requesting ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamad International.
Qatari 2295, do not exceed 230 knots.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Qatari 067 Echo Yankee.
Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo, turn right heading 160.
Do not exceed 230 knots, Qatari 2295.
DHL 000, turn right heading 090. Turn right heading 160, Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo. Big Alpha 221, contact Hamad Tower on 118.52. Emirates 143, contact Hamad Tower on 118.52. Contacting Hamad Tower on 118.52, Big Alpha 221.
Contacting Hamad Tower on 118.52, Emirates 143.
Qatari 258, continue as filed, expect the ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamad International.
Turn right heading 090, DHL 000.
Roger, Qatari 258.
Qatari 067 Echo Yankee, turn right heading 260. Qatari 777, reduce speed to 200 knots. Reduce speed to 200 knots, Qatari 777.
Turn right heading 140, descend and maintain 4000, Qatari 286.
Emirates 21, turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach.
Turn right heading 110, descend and maintain 3000, DHL 000.
Qatari 287 India Golf, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Qatari 287 India Golf. Speedbird 999, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left, Emirates 21.
Emirates 21, maintain 160 knots until 4 mile final. Qatari 777, turn right heading 240. Qatari 22, turn right heading 240, Qatari 777.
Skylord 606 Super is 3 nautical miles north of Hamad International at 4,000 feet.
Turn left heading 170, Qatari 2295.
Air France 614 is 17 nautical miles west of Dukhan at 15,700 feet, requesting GPS approach runway 34 right at Hamad International.
Turn right heading 150, Qatari 286.
DHL 000, reduce speed to 200 knots. Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo, turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach. Qatari 2295, turn left heading 150.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, DHL 000.
Turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left, Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo. Skylord 606 Super, execute missed approach, turn right heading 110, descend and maintain 4000. Air France 614, continue as filed, expect the ILS approach runway 34 left at Hamid International. Qatari 112, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 34 left at Hamid International. Delta 456, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52.
Roger, Qatari 112.
Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo, turn right heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 left approach. Stand by, Air France 614.
Turn left heading 050, DHL 000.
Qatari 258, turn right heading 200, descend and maintain 6000. Qatari 981, continue as filed, expect the ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamid International. Roger, Qatari 981.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Qatari 067 Echo Yankee.
I'm sorry, Qatari 777, turn right heading 290. Turn right heading 290, Qatari 777.
Turn right heading 150, Skylord 606 Super.
Qatari 779, requesting ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamid International. Doha radar, with Alpha 221, with you at 1600. With Alpha 221, execute missed approach, turn left heading 200, climb and maintain 3000. Executing missed approach, turn left heading 200, climb and maintain 3000, with Alpha 221. Qatari 112, do not exceed 180 knots. Qatari 286, reduce speed to 200 knots. Qatari 2295, turn right heading 180, descend and maintain 2000.
Do not exceed 180 knots, Qatari 112.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Qatari 286. Qatari 577 Heavy, request frequency change. Turn right heading 180, descend and maintain 2000, Qatari 2295.
Qatari 779, continue as filed, expect the ILS approach runway 34 right at Hamid International. Qatari 577 Heavy, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52. Roger, Qatari 779. DHL 000, turn right heading 050.
Contacting Hamid Tower on 118.52, Qatari 577 Heavy. Turn right heading 050, DHL 000.
Qatari 287 India Golf, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52. Emirates 21, contact Hamid Tower on 118.52. Contacting Hamid Tower on 118.52, Qatari 287 India Golf.
Contacting Hamid Tower on 11.
Qatari 777, turn right heading 310, maintain 2000 until established on... Turn right heading 310, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 34 right, Qatari 777.
Turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear bias runway 34 left, DHL 000.
DHL 000, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, DHL 000.
Qatari 258, turn left heading 140. Qatari 66, turn left heading 200, descend and maintain 6000.
Turn left heading 140, Qatari 258.
Turn left heading 200, descend and maintain 6000, Qatari 66. Doha radar, Qatari 901 Heavy, with you at 15,200.
Doha radar, Singapore 265, with you at 31,100.
Qatari 286, descend and maintain 3000. Speedbird 141, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3000, Qatari 286.
Doha radar, Qatari 664 Super, with you at 19,500.
Descend and maintain 3000, Speedbird 141.
Singapore 265, hold present position at 12,000, left turns, do not exceed 230 knots. Skylord 606 Super, descend and maintain 2000.
Holding present position at 12,000, left turns, Singapore 265.
Qatari 112, turn left.
Descend and maintain 2000, Skylord 606 Super.
Qatari 901 Heavy, making a right 360, Qatari 901 Heavy. Qatari 2295, descend and maintain. Hamid Tower, Qatari 777, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right with information Zulu.
Hamid Tower, Qatari 067 Echo Yankee, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right with information Zulu.
Hamid Tower, Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo is 12 nautical miles to the south at 3,000 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 34 left.
Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo, wind 000 at 4, number 2, runway 34 left, cleared to land. Hamid Tower, Skylord 606 Super is 15 nautical miles to the southeast of 2,500 feet, inbound for landing.
Hamid Tower, Qatari 779, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right with information Zulu. Hamid Tower, Qatari 16 Heavy, ready for departure in sequence at runway 34 right, departing north. Number 1, clear to land, runway 34 right, Qatari 287 India Golf.
Qatari 577 Heavy, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Qatari 16 Heavy, your number 2 for departure. Qatari 067 Echo Yankee, wind 000 at 4, number 1, runway 34 right, cleared to land.
Wilco, Qatari 577 Heavy. Number 1, cleared to land, runway 34 right, Qatari 067 Echo Yankee.
Qatari 678 Heavy, wind 000 at 4, runway 34 left, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Ahmad Tower, DHL 000 is 16 nautical miles to the south at 3,000 feet, inbound for landing.
DHL 000, wind 000 at 4, number 3, runway 34 left, cleared to land. Speedbird 141, wind 000 at 4, number 4, runway 34 left, cleared to land.
Number 3, cleared to land, runway 34 left, DHL 000.
Number 4, cleared to land, runway 34 left, speedbird 141. Qatari 287 India Golf, when able turn left and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, Qatari 287 India Golf.
Hamid Tower, Qatari 2295 is 21 nautical miles to the southeast of 2,000 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 34 right.
Qatari 247 Quebec Romeo, wind 000 at 4, runway 34 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 right, Qatari 247 Quebec Romeo.
Hamid Tower, Qatari 258 is 12 nautical miles to the southeast at 5,800 feet, inbound for landing with information Zulu, requesting runway 34 right.
Hamid Tower, Qatari 5, ready for departure at runway 34 left, departing south.
November 12213, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Please divert to a more appropriate airport.
Hamid Tower, Qatari 664 Super is 35 nautical miles to the west at 14,300 feet, inbound for landing with information Zulu, requesting runway 34 left.
Emirates.
Hamid Tower, Qatari 777, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right with information Zulu.
Skylord 606 Super, contact Hamid International Traffic on 122.8.
Qatari 678 Heavy, request frequency change.
Contacting Hamid International Traffic on 122.8, Skylord 606 Super. Qatari 286, contact Hamid International Traffic on 122.8. Qatari 286, correction, stand by. Hamid Tower, Qatari 112 is 20 nautical miles to the south of 3,000 feet, inbound for landing with information Zulu, requesting runway 34 left. Qatari 16 Heavy, wind 000 at 4, runway 34 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Ahmad Tower, Air India 1, ready for departure in sequence at runway 34 right, remaining in the pattern.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 right, Qatari 16 Heavy.
Qatari 247 Quebec Romeo, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Qatari 247 Quebec Romeo, good day.
Qatari 664 Super, contact Doha radar on 121 point. Qatari 777, wind 000 at 4, number 1.
Number 1, clear to land, runway 34 right, Qatari 777.
Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, Victor Tango Delta Hotel Romeo.
Qatari 5, line up and wait runway 34 left.
Line up and wait runway 34 left, Qatari 5.
Ahmad Tower, Air India 1, ready for departure at runway 34 right, remaining in the pattern.
Qatari 2295, wind 000 at 4, number 2, runway 34 right, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 34 right, Qatari 2295.
Qatari 5, wind 000 at 4, runway 34 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. Qatari 16 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, Qatari 5. Frequency change approved Qatari 16 Heavy, good day.
Contact Doha radar on 121.1.
Hamid Tower, Jet Airways 72 Heavy, ready for departure at runway 34 right, remaining in the pattern. Hamid Tower, Air France 614 is 16 nautical miles to the south at 3,500 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 34 left.
Qatari 112, wind 000 at 4, number 3, runway 34 left, clear to land. Hamid Tower, Skylord 606 Super is 13 nautical miles to the south at 2,000 feet, inbound for landing with information Zulu. Number 3, cleared to land, runway 34 left, Qatari 112. Qatari 286, contact Doha radar on 121.1.
Contacting Doha radar on 121.1, Qatari 286.
Air France 614, wind 000 at 4, number 4, runway 34 left, cleared to land.
Hamid Tower, Air India.
Qatari 777, when able turn left and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, Qatari 777. Line up and wait runway 34 right, Jet Airways 72 Heavy.
Skylord 606 Super is 13 nautical miles to the south at 2,000 feet, inbound for landing with information Zulu. Number 3, cleared to land, runway 34 left, Qatari 112.
Contacting Doha radar on 121.1, Qatari 286. Air India.
Jet Airways 72 Heavy, please expedite. DHL 000, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Hamid Tower, Skylord 606 Super is 9 nautical miles to the south at 1,700 feet, inbound for landing with information Zulu. Qatari 5, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Qatari 5, good day.
Wilco, DHL 000.
Skylord 606 Super, wind 000 at 4, number 2, runway 34 right, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 34 right, Skylord 606 Super. Jet Airways 72 Heavy, wind 000 at 4, runway 34 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Hamid Tower, Qatari 17, Hamid Ground, Qatari 777, ready to taxi with a Qatari 777, disregard last message. Hamid Ground, Qatari 777, request taxi to parking.
Alpha 6 November Echo Alpha, I'm sorry. Speedbird 999, I'm sorry. Hamid Ground, Qatari 177 Charlie X-Ray Heavy, ready to taxi with information Zulu. Papa Hotel Alpha 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 Super, give way to aircraft exiting runway 34 left. DHL 000, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, DHL 000.
Give way to aircraft exiting runway 34 left. Papa Hotel Alpha 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 Super.
Hamid Ground, Qatari 965 Super, ready to taxi to runway 34 left with information Zulu.
Alpha 6 November Echo Alpha, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Alpha 6 November Echo Alpha.
Speedbird 1973 Super, push back approved, tail to the east.
Thank you, Speedbird 999.
Hamid Ground, Qatari 777, request taxi to parking.
Qatari 577 Heavy, continue taxi. Continue taxi, Qatari 577 Heavy.
Hamid Ground, Qatari 965 Super, ready to taxi to runway 34 left with information Zulu.
Qatari 177 Charlie X-Ray Heavy, taxi to runway 34 right, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 34 right, Qatari 177 Charlie X-Ray Heavy.
Hamid Ground, Speedbird 141, request taxi to stand H5 with the remote transfer H apron.
Hamid Ground, Qatari 965 Super, ready to taxi to runway 34 left with information Zulu.
Qatari 965 Super, taxi to runway 34 left, contact tower when ready. Speedbird 141, taxi to remote transfer H apron stand H5 via Kilo, Lima 3. Qatari 777, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Qatari 777.
Taxiing to runway 34 left, Qatari 965 Super. Hamad ground, Qatari 965 Super, ready to taxi to runway 34 left with information Zulu. Hamad ground, Qatari 965 Super, ready to taxi with information Zulu. Hamad ground, Qatari 965 Super, ready to taxi to runway 34 right with information Zulu.
Qatari 965 Super, avoid sending duplicate messages.
I'm sorry, Qatari 965 Super.
Hamad ground, Speedbird 1973 Super, ready to taxi with information Zulu.
Hamad ground, Qatari 965 Super, ready to taxi to runway 34 right with information Zulu.
Qatari 965 Super, taxi to runway 34 right, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 34 right, Qatari 965 Super. Thank you, Qatari 965 Super.
Speedbird 1973 Super, taxi to runway 34 left, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 34 left, Speedbird 1973 Super.
Hamad ground, Qatari 577 Heavy, request taxi to gate C3 at the concourse C.
Hamad ground, Qatari 556, ready to taxi to runway 34 right with information Zulu.
Qatari 556, taxi to runway 34 right, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 34 right, Qatari 556.
Qatari 577 Heavy, taxi to concourse C gate C3 via. Taxiing to concourse C gate C3 via, Qatari 577 Heavy. Hamad ground, Qatari 56 Juliet, ready for pushback with information Zulu, requesting runway 34 left. Skylord 606 Super, say intentions. Skylord 606 Super, please wait for clearance before taxiing. Qatari 56 Juliet, pushback approved, tail to the north. Papa Hotel Alpha 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 Super, give way to aircraft on your left.
Give way to aircraft, Papa Hotel Alpha 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 Super.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Qatari 56 Juliet.
Hamad ground, Skylord 606 Super, request taxi to gate C11 at the concourse C.
Skylord 606 Super, taxi to concourse C gate C11 via Echo 3.
Taxiing to concourse C gate C11 via Echo 3, Skylord 606 Super.
Qatari 965 Super, please follow instructions.
I'm sorry, Qatari 965 Super.
Hamad ground, Air France 614, request taxi to parking.
Hamad ground, Qatari 258, request taxi to gate B6 at the concourse B.
Qatari 258, taxi to concourse B gate B6 via Bravo, Alpha 3, Charlie, Echo.
Taxiing to concourse B gate B6 via Bravo, Alpha 3, Charlie, Echo, Qatari 258.
Qatari 577 Heavy, request frequency change. Qatari 577 Heavy, disregard last message. Hamad ground, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Hamad ground, Singapore 816 November Yankee, ready for pushback with information Zulu.
Singapore 816 November Yankee, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Singapore 816 November Yankee. Hamad ground, Speedbird 99 Heavy, request taxi to parking.
Speedbird 99 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Speedbird 99 Heavy.
Hamid ground, Qatari 56 Juliet, ready to taxi to runway 34 left with information Zulu.
Qatari 556, request frequency change.
Qatari 56 Juliet, taxi to runway 34 left, contact tower when ready.
Hamid ground, Qatar Cargo 35 Mike Heavy, ready for pushback with information Zulu.
Qatari 556, contact Hamid tower on 118.52. Taxiing to runway 34 left, Qatari 56 Juliet.
Contacting Hamid Tower on 118.52, Qatari 556.
Qatar Cargo 35 Mike Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Hamid ground, Qatari 600, ready for pushback with information Zulu. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Qatar Cargo 35 Mike Heavy.
Qatari 600, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, Qatari 600.
Hamid ground, Egypt Air 777 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Alpha.
Egypt Air 777 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the west.
Hamid ground, Air China 1114 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Zulu. Pushback approved, tail to the west, Egypt Air 777 Heavy.
Air China 1114 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Air China 1114 Heavy. Hamid ground, Big Alpha 221, request taxi to remote stand 505 at the apron 5.
Big Alpha 221, taxi to apron 5 remote stand 505 via.
Taxiing to apron 5 remote stand 505 via, Big Alpha 221.